Hi everybody, today we have 3 sets of products. For one for $10 and for the other $100, we will cook french fries from each of them. In the set for $1, we have salt, a little bit of butter, and potatoes are waiting for us. First of all, we will peel it. Now we cut the potato into slices. And chop it into straws. I decided to make a form factor of these potatoes, about like a McDonald's. We shift the fries into some cold water. And give some time for the excess starch to come out of the potatoes. We spread out some paper towels. We take out the potatoes and put them right on the paper towels. We soak the potatoes from excess moisture, otherwise they will shoot oil all over the kitchen. Pour the oil into a small frying pan. And put it on to heat up. First, we heat up to 140 degrees and do the so-called primary roasting. Its main task is simply to warm up the potatoes inside and make them softer. Literally 3 minutes, we take them out of the deep fryer. Each fry must pass to this stage. Done. But now we heat the oil even more, up to 170 degrees. Now we will give the potatoes a crispy crust. Done. Now we transfer them to the paper towels so that the oil is absorbed and it remains crispy for a long time. Our fries for $1 can only be thoroughly salted, mixed up, and served. That's it, they're ready, and they look just fine. Let's taste it. This is like exactly the same as the ones from McDonald's. I think everybody's gonna like this. So now we have products for $10. You can immediately see that everything is more interesting here. We peel the potatoes. Cut them into slices, but already thicker than the last time. And then we make the strips thicker. We put these into a saucepan. This cooking method will differ from the past in that we will achieve the softness of potatoes by cooking them. Therefore, we fill it up with water and put them on to heat up. From the moment of boiling, cook for 5 minutes and drain the water through a colander. We put these into a bowl, pour in some cornstarch, and roll them up. We will make a deep fryer, and this time we have much more oil. Therefore, it'll be possible to fry everything at once. Preheat the fryer to 170 degrees, and throw in the potatoes. Fry for 3 minutes, and then you can pull them out. Let's salt them. and add some paprika with a super smoky flavor. Now mix and roll them up. In my opinion, it already looks better than the first fries. But we can also make some cheese sauce from this set. Put some butter into a frying pan and melt it onto the stove. As a thickener, add some flour and mix. Pour in the milk, salt, and open up some cheddar cheese. We put this into the sauce as well, and mix it all up until smooth. We pour the ready-made sauce into a sauce bowl. That's it, the fries for $10 are completely ready. Now let's try them. You guys, this is twice as delicious as the first fries. And now we will cook potatoes for the most expensive set of products for as much as $100. First of all, we open up the jar and take out some dried white truffle. Using a knife, we turn this into a crumb. We open up some Parmesan cheese and grate it into a fine powder. Pour some heavy cream into a saucepan. Add the truffle and Parmesan. Now you just need to heat this all up. Stirring constantly, thicken it. There you go. We turn to the potatoes themselves. Here the tubers are already selected. We clean them. Then cut them into medium-sized cubes. We put all the fries into a frying pan. And open the champagne. Pour it into the frying pan. Also, I'll pour in some vinegar. And on the highest heat setting on the stove, under a closed lid, simmer the potatoes for 5 minutes. We drain the already unnecessary liquid. Put the potatoes into a bowl, starch them, and mix and roll them up. We will fry them in duck fat. Open up the jars and pour into a frying pan. To make the volume larger, add a little bit of oil. And mix. We warm up the fryer. And finally fry our VIP French fries. Like all the ones before, they need to be salted. It's served in a basket. Sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. And some truffle crumbs. And finally, for some flair, edible gold. Now we just need to serve our truffle cream sauce. And our French fries for as much as $100 are ready. Let's try them. Hey everybody, today we will repeat some incredible street food from all over the world at home. It will be very interesting, therefore put your like in advance in this video. The first street food is from India. They're split large blocks of ice and pour into a large iron drum. After that, cream is poured on top, and at the same time the drum is constantly turned, juices of berries, fruits, and syrups are also added. From a super cold drum, all this freezes. It remains only to scrape it off, and ice cream turns out. Let's repeat it, you guys. Let's start with the syrups. In the first saucepan, we use some frozen cherries. In the second, seedless grapes. Just pluck the berries from the bunch. And for the third one, we'll use mango. Cut off all the pulp and peel it. We will also use peaches. In a circle, we make an incision to the bone and divide the halves by simply turning them. Cut the fruit into cubes. Finally, we put it into the third saucepan. Using an immersion blender, we grind everything into a smooth state. To make the taste richer, add 1 large spoonful of sugar to each of the smoothies. And we set it onto the stove. Bring it all to a boil and mix. Our syrups are ready. Now we just pour them into bottles. And tighten the lids. My dad will make us the design today for making the ice cream. Cut off an unnecessary piece of pipe. Thread 5 bolts into the iron disc. And tighten the nuts on the other side. Now, with the help of welding, we tightly weld the bolts to the disc. We push the disc inside the pipe, and on the other side, there's another one. And right in the center of it, we push an iron rod. We weld it so that the structure remains exactly in the same position. Now we'll clean the pipe with a grinding disc so that it turns out shiny. Now it's time to make a stand. We cut a profile pipe into the desired segments and weld it. It is also necessary to weld the supports under the bearings. We put the bearings themselves on the shaft from both sides and weld the handle. We cover all the black metal with black paint so that it doesn't rust. Now we can put our design together. everything works fine. But in order for this drum to also cool, you need to add a lot of ice. We send 4 lumps into a bowl. Using an axe and hammer, we split these blocks into smaller pieces. Done. We send our pieces of ice inside the drum. What doesn't get through, we finish with a hammer. And like this, we fill the drum to the top. We pull the rubber gasket onto the bolts. There's a metal door on top, and we press it tightly with the bolts. We put our cold drum onto the stand. We're going to do banana first. Remove a peel from it. Rotating the drum, we smear the banana on its surface. Then pour out some heavy cream and smear with a thin layer. Then we squeeze out our grape syrup. Cherry syrup. And mango peach. Now we'll just mix this all up with our hands until we get a pink color. Due to the fact that the drum is constantly spinning, the liquid does not have time to drain from it, and the ice inside gradually freezes everything. We also decided to add some watermelon flavor to our ice cream, therefore we cut off 1 slice of watermelon. And rub the watermelon pulp on the already frozen rough layer. And once again, we drizzle over our natural toppings. I decided to add some chocolate topping as well. I think it'll taste better this way. And after all this is frozen, you can scrape the resulting ice cream into a bowl. Let's try it. It's very tasty, and it looks like Thai fried ice cream. The next street food is Mexican corn nachos. Spread some chili con carne on top, followed by cheese sauce, and a kind of guacamole. I think it's really tasty. We need to repeat it. For the chili con carne, cut the carrot into slices, then into strips, and dice. We cut a Crimean onion in half, cut it into half rings, and dice them as well. We chop our celery into long strips. And also finely dice. Chop the garlic. And chili pepper. Put 2 pans on a stove. We'll put some vegetables in one of them. And ground beef into the other, and break it up so that it doesn't fry it with one cutlet. We'll add some tomatoes and their own juice to the vegetables. Crush them up with a spatula. The ground beef is already ready with the crust, so we pour it into the vegetables. We used some canned beans, salt, Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of dark chocolate, and we'll combine all this together. There you go, the chili con carne is ready. Guacamole is next in line. In a huge mortar, we send some garlic, chili pepper, and cilantro, and just grind it all up. Then we cut our avocado in a circle. Remove the pit, and take out the pulp with a tablespoon. Put that into the mortar as well. Now let's cut up a lime and squeeze the juice of the avocado so that it doesn't oxidize and remains the same beautiful green color. Finally, chop up some red onion. And into the mortar. We salt it, and with a pestle, we turn this whole set of products into guacamole. For the cheese sauce, we open up some cheddar cheese and set it into a small frying pan. On the stove, pour in some cream and knead it with a spatula until the cheese is completely dispersed. Our sauce is ready. We take a plate of nachos, put a couple of spoons of chili con carne on top, put on the cheese sauce, and a little guacamole. In my opinion, it turned out even more beautiful than the Mexicans. Let's try it. This is really good, you guys. All 3 toppings turned out with a bang. And the last thing I would like to cook today is watermelon-flavored popcorn in a cauldron. In the video, the watermelon pulp allegedly stains the oil, and the popcorn turns pink immediately after opening. We put on a cauldron, throw in some firewood, and ignite it. Pour in some oil. Cut off the same large disc of watermelon as in the video. And send it into the hot oil. But no matter how we crushed the pulp, you guys, the oil did not turn pink from this. Okay, we open up some special corn kernels and pour it into the cauldron. I think I'll get the watermelon out. It's already starting to burn. The popcorn's exploding, but it's not pink. We put it into a bowl. Basically, you guys, the video turned out to be fake, so I'll show you how to make it really pink. With a spoon, we take out some watermelon pulp and transfer it into a sieve. Squeeze out some juice. That's it. Add some sugar and put it onto the stove. All this is boiled to a state of caramel and then added with some pink dye. Mix it up. At this point, the caramel is ready. Pour our popcorn into another bowl. Pour over our hot pink caramel. And mix it quickly so that it covers evenly the popcorn. Well, that's easy. You can pour it into a convenient box.